So what's going on, guys? I've got a lot of information about the Jeep to tell you. Some good, some bad, some that's just plain annoying. But I guess that's the Jeep life, huh? Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well in this video. I'm not gonna be driving too fast here with the top and doors off because I don't want any wind noise that gets into the microphone or whatever. So hopefully the audio comes out okay. I'm hoping to pull over here somewhere in a parking lot and just explain everything further that I'm about to tell you and show you some things that I've done to the Jeep. But other than that, we might as well just get to it right away. I did buy a brand new soft top. Yes, I know you guys were telling me buy a hard top, buy a hard top, buy a hard top, because it's gonna be winter and it's gonna be a little cold. But I mean, you know, my dad had a Jeep for a few years and he drove it to work and back every day in the winter, and he said he didn't have a problem with it, you know, being cold, you know. Obviously his was brand new, and I'm sure the heat and everything like that was probably a lot better than mine is gonna be, but we'll see what happens. If it's that bad and I can't fathom it, I can't fathom the, you know, 10-15 minute drive it takes me to get to work, then maybe I'll invest in a hard top. But for now, I'm sticking with a soft top, only because it's gonna be easier for me in the summer, especially when I just wanna throw the top down like now, and then I'll just throw it back up if it rains or the weather's not good, you know? And I would also have to store the hard top somewhere. Yeah, I can put it in my garage, but it's just another thing that, you know, you got laid around. I hate junk laying around, so if I can make it with a soft top, I'm gonna keep the soft top. So going along with buying a new top, and we're gonna switch to the bad news at this point, and kind of the irritating news. The hardware that holds the top up, and I'm referring to the bows. I don't know if you can see them in this angle, but the bows that flip up, and basically the hard top, either it'll Velcro, it'll snap. That's different methods of the hard top attachment, or I'm sorry, the soft top. I'm saying hard top, I mean soft top. I'm gonna pull in here and see if we can park somewhere where the wind noise isn't so bad. This looks like a good spot over here. It's kind of, I feel like I'm actually pulling into my old elementary school right now. So this is kind of weird, but hopefully they don't think I'm like doing anything weird back here. But this is gonna be a way better place to talk to you guys about everything that's been done so far to the Jeep, and I can walk around as well and show you guys what I got going on. So park right here. Then you got this feature here, which I didn't really show you guys. I have kill switch written right here because when I turn the Jeep off, it's still on. There's a little switch down here, and that kills the Jeep. And then you have to flip that back up to on, because there's a line from this switch going to a fuse in the engine bay that will blow. So we don't want to do that. Alrighty guys, so let's take a closer look here at what I was talking about earlier with the top hardware. And basically what I was referring to was all this hardware right here going around. And what I did, I kind of rigged it up a little bit too, because this stuff was falling apart, so I had a little duct tape there, because there's a middle section that pieces together like this, but it keeps falling apart. So I duct taped that so it wouldn't fall apart. And the pit that we actually ended up fixing part of this hardware, and this piece right here was bent, so my dad and I were fixing it, and we put a new screw in here. We had to take a rivet out and basically throw a screw through here so we could fix this piece because it wasn't sitting correctly. But that's kind of all pointless now, because I figured out that this hardware apparently is not the factory hardware to a 1988 Wrangler YJ. And I don't know if you guys, some of you Jeep experts out there, can tell me, but does this look like the factory hardware? Because what happened was I ended up buying a top, and the top is under here. It's a brand new top under these doors somewhere. It's under here somewhere. There it is. It's under there. And what happened was it didn't fit. It didn't fit to this hardware because it has snaps that's like as seen here. You can see how there's these little things here that the top will snap to, but it snapped to this piece, and there's none here on this at all. So like the center section, this goes up to the center, like right, it goes farther than this, but I can't really push it up by myself, but it goes right above that center roll bar right there, and that's what supports the center top of the soft top, and it's supposed to snap into this, but it didn't. So basically yeah, doesn't fit. So, and I bought a direct factory replacement top, and it even says in the directions on that top that it only works with factory hardware. So I'm assuming this is not factory hardware. Please, guys, comment below if you know what you're talking about. If this is not factory hardware, let me know, because I have a guy that sells Jeep parts, and he's going to sell me the factory hardware to a 1988 Wrangler. And if this is not the correct stuff, then that's good, because I'm going to go buy the correct stuff so I can finally install the top that I bought. But other than that, I did get new door uppers to replace these. So I'm going to have to get lowers to match, because I'm going to have a brown lower door and everything else is going to be black, because I got a black top and black uppers. But I mean, eventually I'll get that. I'm not worried too much about it. I don't know if I'm going to get hard doors or not. That's another decision I have to make. Some guys were saying I should get hard doors, but it's so easy to take these soft doors off. That's what I love about them. Alrighty, so moving on to the zombie theme, which is the fun part. I added a couple zombie bits to the Jeep, and we'll start over here first with the mirrors. This is kind of funny. I'm just gonna turn the camera around and you guys can read it. Zombies in mirror are closer than they appear. So yeah, I thought that was really funny. I have it on both mirrors. Unfortunately, another irritating part, honestly, is the fact that these mirrors, look, you can see they reflect the writing, because these are different mirrors. I guess it's a double mirror or something, you know. I was taught, like, if you put your finger on there and your two fingernails don't touch together like that, and there's something behind that. I guess it's two mirrors. I don't know, because I went to the regular rear view mirror, and you know, there's no reflection like that. I don't know, you glass experts can tell me, but yeah, that was kind of irritating too. So now I have a reflection of that. It's kind of hard to read at certain angles, but whatever. I paid $2.50 for those. I actually got those off of a website called Dirty Dog Designs, and those guys were kind of cool. They actually sent me another decal. It says like zombie supporter, and they sent that to me for free. So it was kind of cool. Hey, $2.50 shipped to my door. I was like, yeah, wouldn't have. It's a cool thing. It's really funny. So that's where I got that. And the next zombie thing I added to my Jeep, and it's more of a weapon. Hopefully this is legal on the road, but it's temporary. It's temporary. I made these, and they're basically spikes that I put on the front of the, I guess it's kind of like a front tow hitch or whatever, but it's kind of rigged. It's actually zip tied. So that's the temporary thing I was telling you about. I didn't really feel like screwing anything in here because I didn't want holes in this, but so these are actually wooden stool legs, or legs from like a table that my dad actually shaved down to a point. He has a wooden lathe, and he does a lot of different woodworking at his house. He's got a shop. That was the picture I posted on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's what we were doing at my dad's shop. But he basically shaved it down 3 inches from the edge, and then we cut them all the same length, and I painted them black so they would look, you know, so they would match the front a little better. They don't really look like wood if you look at them from far back. Once you get up close, so you can see the wood grain obviously in the tip and everything like that. But that's honestly what they would probably do in the zombie apocalypse. Like, they're not going to have readily available like metal spikes, like, oh look, metal spikes perfectly placed on my, no, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna carve something. So if you guys ever watched The Walking Dead, all those spikes they put at the front gate, you know, those most of them were probably carved. They were wood, but that's what you'd have to do if it was an apocalypse. You didn't have stuff readily available to you. So I think it looks pretty cool. I have more stuff that I'm gonna do to the front. I'm trying to make this build as cheap as possible. Like, I'm not trying to buy all this stuff just for it to be temporary for only like a month or so, because like I said, I'm gonna be changing the theme of this Jeep all the time. I'm gonna be doing a winter theme. I'm gonna then be doing like a spring and then summer theme next year. So it's gonna be changing all the time. It's just gonna be something fun that's new and exciting every time. I don't wanna do one thing. I don't wanna fix it up all nice and that be it, you know? I mean, that's fine. People do that all the time and that's great, but I want this to kind of be like a revolving thing. And like I said, I'm taking your ideas, and you guys have been awesome. You've been commenting and everything like that and telling me I should do this, I should do that, suggesting this and that, and I have been taking all that into consideration. So the next on the list, like I was saying before, is going to be new tires. And you guys are talking about the wheels, and I do agree. I'm going to change these wheels, so I understand they're not the greatest wheels, and I understand apparently everybody has them, and I do agree. I think they should be blacked out just for the whole zombie theme of the Jeep. I'm either going to see if I can find tires with like the bullet hole style wheels, which I think look pretty cool, and just matte black or whatever.
And if they're not, I'll just spray paint them. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just whatever. And if I can't find that, maybe I know it sounds stupid, maybe I'll just plastic dip these wheels or just spray paint them black. Like, I know that's so redneck, but I don't care. I mean, look at it. I mean, look at the Jeep. It's already redneck, so I don't. It's a zombie apocalypse Jeep. It's not supposed to be perfect and pristine. So, like I said, you're gonna be seeing more stuff. I bought some other funny zombie things that I'm gonna show. So yeah, hopefully this week I'm gonna be getting the hardware for the top, the correct hardware. But like I said, comment below, guys. Let me know if this is the wrong hardware, or if it's not the factory hardware for an '88 Wrangler. And the other thing is I have to fix part of the frame too. So I'm going to this guy's, I don't know if it's like a junkyard or some sort of like a auto parts place or whatever, but I'm gonna go there this week, and he's actually gonna cut me a piece of the frame to replace the rear end of my frame, and then he's gonna give me the hardware. So that is coming soon. And as always, be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, hit all that up. And as always, have a great day.